Good morning. Well, the USDA put out the May supply and demand numbers, and for 19 and 20, the U.S. corn carryout was left about unchanged at 2098. The wheat carryout 978, and the soybean carryout was raised 100 million bushels to 580 due to a lower export number. For 2021, the USDA put the corn carryout at 3318, pretty much in line with the trade guess. Wheat carryout 909, which is about 100 million bushels bigger than what the trade had thought. And the soybean carryout at 405, which is a little bit below the average trade guess. As far as the winter wheat crop numbers, pretty much in line, 1254 million bushels, 733 for hard wheat, and 297 for soft wheat. As far as global stocks are concerned, wheat 310 million tons, which is a record number. Corn almost 340 million tons, which is also a record number for 2021. And beans actually 98 million tons, which is a little bit below the average trade guess. So here again, the USDA is hoping that demand for U.S. beans come back under some kind of China buying, but that the wheat and corn demand continues to be slow and adding to the carryout. As far as global numbers for 2021, basically, looking at a Brazil crop of 132 million tons for soybeans versus this year's 124, and Argentina 53.5 versus 51 this year. For corn, they're looking for Brazil to be 106 million tons versus 101 this year, and 50 million tons for Argentina, also 50 million tons this year. They did raise the China imports to 92 million tons for this year and estimated for 2021 96 million tons. So again, when we look at the numbers, they continue to be bearish corn unless there's a weather problem or unless China comes in and buys more corn. This morning, China said they would import 5 million tons of corn this year, which is less than the market had hoped. China also said they would take about 94 million tons of beans this year. That's kind of up from both USDA numbers and the previous numbers. And the big question is, how much will they take from U.S.? One private group has them taking in 2021 33 million tons of U.S. soybeans versus 17 this year. And that would drop some of the Brazil numbers from the 66 million tons Brazil has shipped so far this year. So I think in general, the market without a weather problem is still looking to sell rallies in corn, beans, and wheat, and looking for prices to trend lower until we have this virus thing behind us, until we can get meat production U.S. back closer to normal, until we get people back working, and until we get our export demand higher. So now we'll be trading weather, which usually is done all on Monday mornings. And with the crop going in so quickly for corn and beans, and the 2-week forecast calling for normal to above temps and normal to maybe even above normal rains, this is a pretty good forecast for the U.S. 2020 corn and soybean crop. Still a little dry down in the southern plains, so we have to kind of watch that as far as hardwood winter wheat production. So again, USDA numbers pretty much in line with expectations, except for this year's soybean carryout, which was higher due to lower export number. As always, these are my thoughts, not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.